butt cheek on this seat.
Hey, don't forget, he's got to shift gears too. Hey guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. That would really mean a lot to us and really help us grow. It's free. All you have to do is have a Google account. Thanks. Morning everybody. This bin is full, so we're taking this auger out of it. Rain coming this weekend, so we need to put the lid on it and get it down. We also have 130 acres of corn that we're going to move down the road to a farm to do. This corn has to go to town, so should be interested to see if we can get all this done or not. Probably just got one combine because I'll probably be in a truck because it just depends on how the lines are in town. This could take a while. BJ is doing a fine job over there. You guys didn't know it, but he's actually training for a government job. I'm kidding, he's not going anywhere. What are we, like a minute into this video and we're changing plans already? That's how you know it's going to be an eventful one. I guess we're going to continue at the farm we were at. There may be something cool happening tomorrow that I don't know that it's going to be in this video. It might be here tonight, I don't know. You'll see. But for that purpose, we're going to stay put and stay in a big field. Checking the well. One thing I'm going to do this morning before we get started, I'm going to try to install an ag cam in this thing real quick. I only have one camera that I'm not using right now, so I am going to put it right here. Basically, this is a very big blind spot when I'm in the cab, and the main thing that sucks about it is whenever I'm unhooking and hooking up headers, I can't see this part of the head. Like I can't see where the head sits down on the pad of the trailer. So I'm going to put that there eventually. Probably gonna put one as a backup camera, and if I'm feeling real froggy before the end of the season and I get another camera or two, I'll mount one in here, like right there. Just don't know how I'm gonna run those wires. That's gonna take some studying. All right, there it is. That'll do. Sounds like the guys are trying to get a load out of the bin and the load out's plugged. That pipe needs replaced.
Hang it up. There's a hard place right here. Thank you, my friend.
I see that. Hey George, by the way, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It's George's birthday. This is a great way to spend your birthday, ain't it? I got you a cake, but I ate it.
That figures too.
Yeah, the wrapper's laying in your car just as pretty as you please. You'll never know it's not there. A heck of an operation. BJ's down there yanking his chain. I'm smacking my pipe with a hammer. Dad's up there playing with the snake and George is observing.
I'm watching.
It appears our pipes have a good flow.
Around here, like this, go right around, while you're holding on to your side.
Now he's up there alone.
What do you want to eat, BJ? I'll bring
Yeah, you want a ham sandwich? We're having pot roast for dinner.
She like come back up there.
No, you're doing great. You're doing fine. You gotta move that one leg though. Like, this ain't gonna work, bro.
I don't think you can crawl between the buildings and ladder down. There you go. There you go. Oh my God, he made it. Oh yeah.
He ain't down yet.
Can you fly?
Brother BJ is combating his fear of heights today. Happy birthday, George.
Oh, thank you.
Couldn't get 71 candles on there.
Why not?
Alright, I think we're finally going to get something done. Yeah, I just want you guys to know, when me and Dad got here this morning, we naively thought we were going to do like 30,000 bushel today. We're going to be doing good to get 15 with 2 combines. Alright, I forgot to update you what's going on over here. What happened was, a month ago or so, we were drying corn in here. Dryer timed out, filled half the dryer, means that we thought it was empty. It timed itself out, did not put any more corn in there, so all the lights were are in the holding bin, so we thought, you know, that holding bin's empty. There's like 200 bushel of corn in the dryer. Turns out, below the pressure switch in that holding bin was completely full still. That's like 300 bushel. And we didn't realize it, sit there and it got hot. So, it's wet corn. We're trying to load it out that pipe Dry corn flows through there pretty good, not wet corn. So we're just gonna leave that truck in there with it open. It's just barely trickling out. So I don't know, I'd say when it rains, we're gonna spend a lot more time on it.
So everyone, we're opening up this field where the plot's at the bottom. I think we're gonna try to do it. We'll make one round down. Each Friday, probably 12 rows. Weight each end. Take us along that way.
Cornfield action coming at you today.
Dad, Jason say what time they try to be here?
Cole the corn star says, does the radio come on every time you turn the camera on? There you go.
I think we're about to be invaded again. I see another salesman. So Luke, you got any good deals on seed corn?
Well, we're full of deals, right? Simply the best value in the industry.
Oh, he's going right with the catchphrase. Luke is one of our salesmen from Sea Consultants. He was in the area, so he stopped in.
Stop by for some fun. Right.
See how his corn's doing. And I guess we're going to go ahead and do the second round of the test plot. This is where we had it duplicated. So we're going to put him to work, and he's going to write down weights for Dad in his combine. Now Luke's going to dip into my snack bag. They don't have to share. Now Dad is doing that plot. So I'm going down here to the end of the field. I'm going to finish opening this field up. This is a 110 or 115 acre field. We basically just did the side that we're working on. So he's doing the plot and just him, because the plot was planted with a 24 row planter. This is an 8 row head. I think he had the planter split, so it's 12 rows of each variety. So, you know, it just wouldn't really work all the greatest with an 8 row. And I'm having some kind of issue with my ag leader. Right now it says we're combining when we're moving, and I've got the head all the way up. I've got some kind of other sensor screwed up. So on a side note though, climate's working fine. It's actually shutting off, so that's where I'm going to get the yield data from this field, which is what we're doing anyways. Even where climate has been wrong, we've been getting the weights from our grain cart from the U-Harvest program and putting those back into the fields after the fact to get a more accurate yield data.
Everybody should receive clear instructions from someone like Bob Brown at least once in their life. You're down to the opposite end of the field, he says. We got 2 combines going to opposite directions, to opposite ends of the field, and up the middle. Got it.
I don't know if you can see Dad way, but he's doing this plot. Basically what he did is, this field has extremely long rows, but they're not square. It kind of is a large triangle. So basically when he planned this, he just planted a strip right through the middle to square up the plot. That way each variety has an even amount of acres. So basically what I'm going to do is, I'm going to work on this back half here that isn't in the plot. Just got to open it up. Yeah, that's kind of the plan for now. But first, we urinate. Hey guys, check out this footage right here. Bam! With Dad running that test plot, he is stopping and dumping stationary at each pass. So he's not really, knocking out a lot of acres. So we're definitely able to keep up okay today. Which in this big field, if it wasn't for that, I mean, the trucks would probably get buried pretty quick because these are pretty long rows. Corn's decent. My yield monitor is pretty screwed up. I have really no idea what this corn's running. I think it's running in the 200-ish range. Like I said, I don't really know for sure. It's not bad corn, so we would definitely bury the trucks pretty quick with 2 combines. Waiting on the grain cart, eating some beef jerky. Believe it or not, this might be the first time I've had to wait on him. I've been to play on Instagram for like 3 hours. One thing that's pretty nice about using WAS, or using my steering, the steering does okay, but one thing that's super nice, like right now I'm going to skip a pass because I'm turning in short rows here, and I can use my AB line to make sure that I'm hitting a perfect 8 across. That way I don't have like 7 rows over there instead of 8. Never really thought about that. That's pretty handy. Now I could go break through over there and be sure that I'm in my 8 rows. All right, my wife made us pot roast dinner, so I guess we're going to eat real good again.
Hey, just finished this plot up here. Dan Falk's son Luke rode with me. He rode it all down. Brian will figure it all up. The driest, I think the top was like 230 and the bottom was 201. The driest was 13 something, the wettest was 21. So we got to shrink all that, do all that. We'll figure it out and he can tell you a little later.
Yep, you save food and we'll all cram into a 2-seater semi. But the door won't shut. Bye, George! I would say George is skipping dinner, but guarantee you he's got something worked up. He is not going to starve.
Where'd he come from?
Alright, just taking the truck back down here with Big Mike. And what is that thing doing here? Yep, our dealer brought down a Claas, what was it,
7500, class 7 on tracks.
But this one has, well, it's got terratracs, and it also has CMOS, and what else does it have? It's got the new display, the new CMOS. Is it touchscreen?
It is touchscreen.
Touchscreen's got the different handle. The controls are all different. The actual cab itself appears to be the exact same cab, like dimension-wise, but everything on that armrest looks different.
C-motion handle. We've had that for the last couple of years as an option. CMOS, this will run all of our automations. So the machine will change its own settings. And then this CBUS is going to basically do the exact same things we had before. It's just a different layout and touchscreen.
This is where you change your chopper?
So on this style chopper, that's all you do. The high-end chopper, you do it from the cab.
Oh, it's cheap one, huh?
Hey, brought us the cheap chopper. That's perfect. That's how we roll.
The 2-speed gearbox, switch up in the cab.
Per your office.
Oh, okay. That part looks familiar at least.
So all of our drives are on this side of the machine now. The main rotor drive to the back that used to be on the right-hand side of the machine, that's come over. So we got the main power belt goes all the way down, driving the rotors, driving our feeder house and header system. We've got a counter shaft that goes to the other side, driving the cylinder, the threshing system. So everything is done. It's all engaged with clutches. You no longer have that pulley that comes down, that either that comes down, or you get that marking when you engage with the cylinder.
Except the unload?
The unload has gone to a belt.
It's different.
Belt drive down to a gearbox. So you no longer have that real long.
Same way, or is that?
Yeah, it's got a clutch engage as
well.
well.
It's got clutch too. That is tight.
Yep.
Okay.
And this gearbox is actually it's a double drive for the 2 cross augers.
Oh, okay.
So
You can shut those off.
You can run in low, which only 1 cross auger will run.
What's your unload rate then?
It cuts it in half, so
Okay.
it's 5.1 to
Okay.
right around 3. But when you disengage, when you turn your unload auger off, the cross augers stop. The main unload auger continues to run for about 10
So
seconds.
it automatically cleans out then?
It automatically cleans out.
Okay.
Now, if you're topping off a wagon and you're full, press and hold the button, and it will kill the unload auger as well. You know, so if you're out of room, because there's a lot of grain left.
Last of the yellow, man.
Yeah, this thing's only down here for it's going out of here tomorrow. So they're not traveling with the head. We're running our head on it. So yeah, it should be exciting. We're pretty excited. Didn't know we were going to be running tonight. I didn't know this thing was coming. I thought it was getting here in the morning. So I guess this is like bonus hours with it.
BJ, we got your combine.
Yeah, there's the Claas Lexion 7500, and right there is Brian talking to the rep. Dad's in the operator's seat. This thing's been here, I don't know, an hour. Brian has yet to run any corn with it. And I guarantee you it's driving him nuts right now. And he's just trying to be somewhat polite because I guarantee he wants to be right there.
Waiting on the cart right now. I think I've done maybe probably 4 or 5 acres with this thing, but it's extremely quiet, and that's because there's less belt tensioners on it. Is that right? More gearboxes?
Yeah, the major thing it's quieter is this has a belt drive feeder house. It does not have a feeder house chain. It has a feeder house belt. There is about 3 less belts on this machine than our prior machines.
Yeah, I know, like when we were unloading on the go, ours is I mean, it's a belt tensioner. It kicks that on, isn't it?
That's correct.
So you can hear it bark whenever you flip it on. This just...
This is now a clutch engagement for the separator and a clutch engagement for the unload auger.
So it's
and the
it's
unload
a little
auger
different.
now has a belt drive instead of the large chain.
Yeah, I guess I should introduce. This is Jason Rogers. He is our Ohio ag salesman. About this time last year, he was riding around the fence with me.
That's right. We do both.
Yep.
We got the 2 best combines.
But that's one thing I do want to clarify. Like, Agco and Claas are completely different companies. They are not owned by the same people. That's something you see a lot of confusion about, and that's usually because the dealers, for one, sell the others.
Yeah, that's correct.
And they also have yellow tractors, yellow combines. Well, that's kind of went away now, but
So now, as you see, the Claas combine is green and white and red, and that's Claas's corporate colors. And
to make things more confusing, Agco is kind of getting away from the yellow
Yeah.
Challengers and moving towards the green fence.
that's correct.
One thing I'm noticing, like this, the CBUS on this combine is much more advanced, or it feels much more modern. Like if I want to adjust my sieves, for example, I just tap that up or down. I mean, that's pretty, I don't know, I like that. It's easy to figure out what you're doing here. I mean, you're just touching it and moving. Like, want to adjust my cylinder, there's my, well, it's not on, but I have it set to 290, concave spacing 25 millimeter. I mean, that's something that's kind of been lacking in the Lexions. That's been pretty much the same for like the last 15 years probably. So that's a nice upgrade, I think.
There is a row of switches over there. You actually can adjust them on the fly. It's probably easier. You can do your threshing, your concave, your upper sieve, lower sieve, all from those little switches. You just push them one way or the other, up and down.
Okay, let's see here.
Like do your bottom sieve there, and just
Oh, yeah, that's pretty simple.
whatever you set it to, it stays. You don't have to check mark it. So if you're moving on the fly, that's probably the better way to adjust it.
Yeah, that would be pretty simple, as long as you made sure you had the right one.
Yeah, I found that was easier to operate that way.
Yeah, this machine also has a Mercedes engine. It sounds quieter just sitting here. I mean, I'm still at full throttle even. And that's weird, 'cause it's the same cab, so you know it's basically just the engine.
Yeah, there may
noise.
be a little more insulation or something, but
Yeah. This over here, this is the CMOS automation system
that's
monitor.
correct. Yep. So we got auto threshing, auto separation, and auto cleaning. It will change sieve settings,
Just sit still.
cleaning fan settings as it's going on the fly, and then you can adjust its sensitivity. You know, if you want a cleaner sample or you want more throughput, you kind of input the dialogue you want.
That's also a 5.2 bushel an hour, or
5.1.
5.1 bushel per second unload. It doesn't look like it, but like from outside the machine, but that tube is bigger, and it is, I mean, it's putting out a lot of grain. It's moving the grain. I believe this machine is equipped with a 385 bushel tank, is that correct?
Yes, I believe it
Which
is.
our machines, same size machines, have a 330 bushel tank, so that's a little bit of an upgrade
There is
there.
an option up to, on the wide body machine, 510 bushel.
That's not available on the
Not on the narrow
bodies,
body, but our wide body now is in our Class 8 machine.
One thing I was told, this thing has a clean out. I'm going to shut the unload off now. The cross augers have stopped, and now the tube is emptying out. And now she's shutting down. You can hold that button if you need to stop it immediately, and it will stop it if you're overflowing the grain cart or something. But I guess now we'll get back to corning. Just finished up a live stream from the cab. I don't know how long we're going to have this, and we had the opportunity to do it, so we just went ahead and did it. But you know, we've ran 25 acres with it so far. So. All right, taking trucks in. Dad and BJ just left. My pickup's over at the grain bin, so I'm gonna take this truck over, make sure I've tarped, and yeah, then I'm going home. Alright guys, that's going to be it for tonight's video. Like I said, we do have that Lexion tomorrow for a little bit, so we're definitely going to run it the most we can. Really enjoying it so far, but you know, I would like to get a little bit more in depth on how the CMOS and automation system want to work and whatnot, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brian's Farms, Facebook at Brown Farms. See, if you were on Instagram, you'd already know that combine was here. Yeah, but we'll see you in the next video.